Oh, hello, people of the internet. I made a bunch of things this week. Let's talk about it. Hello, welcome or welcome back. My name is Carla. I'm one half of DottyDolt. I'm the half that does the crochet stuff. And if you clicked on this video, it's probably because you want to know more about crochet stuff. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, this week in our Instagram stories, the pattern idea. That one was Ghost with a Witch Hat. It was very ghost themed this week, and so I did make a bunch of ghosts this week. And oh my god, I love this pattern. I know I talked about it a little while ago, and I'm gonna talk about it again because I made some different things from the pattern, and no surprise, I love it because there's like three different guys here. Anyways, so the one that I'll talk about first will just be this guy here, which is the Ghost with a Witch Hat. Now this hat is a different pattern. I will link it above, and I did do like a few modifications to it, but it's a free pattern on Instagram, so I'll link the creator above and all this stuff below if you want to check it out. But this one is the ghost pattern, and I believe it's by Anna, or made by Anna or something like that. I'll link everything above. But her base ghost pattern is just so adorable. I know I've talked about it before, but I just love this. It comes together so fast, so easy. It's great, and I love like the little swooshies. I do plan on making one. I think I've said it before. I do plan on making one that has like little slippers. I think that'll be really adorably cute. But anyways, we'll talk about the hat because I've already in previous videos. I'll link it above. I've talked about the base pattern before, so we'll leave that. And I do also have a few other ghosts to talk about within said pattern that are the modifications for the pattern. But for the hat, it was super simple. It, like I said, is a free pattern on Instagram. I love this. I added a little buckle. I didn't have it on there, but I mean, it's just like four stitch around, and away you go. For the hat, I believe it's the Burnett velvet yarn. They're purple because it has this like, oh, there we go. It has just like a multicolor, like nice repeating pattern, and it felt very witchy to me. I think if I were to do it again, I would make the hat like crink a couple more times. Just simply because like I mean I like it, but I think it's a bit too tall. I feel like I would want it to like either crink a little bit more, or like maybe like somehow making it a little bit more like slouchy or something like that. But I just love this guy. I think it came together perfectly. I do believe I did some slight modifications to make it just a little bit bigger because I think the hat is a little bit smaller. The pattern isn't just for a hat. I think it's like a witch hat mushroom guy. Like I said, I'll link everything above. But I just used the hat from that pattern and mishmashed it together. Now in the ghost pattern, there is a hat, but it's a smaller hat, and that's just for this one specifically, that just wasn't what I was looking for. But yeah, I love how it turned out. The next pattern that I'm going to talk about is the ghost with a bat hat, toque, whatever. I think it's just bat hat, but it kind of looks like a toque, so we can call it that. So it's this guy here. So it is a little bit different. The hat and the ghost are made as one piece. So again, it is like a mostly a no sew. The only thing you sew on are the little like wings, which work up really easily, which is awesome. What else? Oh yeah, so I think I was talking last week, if you want to check it out. maybe it was last week, maybe it was the week before that, I can't remember. The last time I talked about a ghost, I'll figure out what video it was and I'll link it above. I wasn't sure if you could just make a bunch of shells and then put that, like, make the hats on top of it. So the hats are made in with the pattern. You could like make it as a separate piece, but I think you'd have to make it a little bit larger. But like I said, they do work up really easily, and if you want it to be a no-sew, then you would just want to follow the pattern for the appropriate thing, and they do have it like separated out in the pattern to be like, if you want the hats, this is the one that you want to do. But if you're doing like connecting hats, like the witch hat, or there's like, I think there's like a top hat and a cowboy hat and something else. Sorry, I'm squinting to like think of which ones they are. I mean, it's also bright, so you know. um, don't mind me. Anyways, back to this. I did have like this pattern was awesome. I adore him. I adore the little faces. Like everything is awesome. Um, I I did do the face wrong. um, what I did was I wasn't sure, like, when I was doing the like trying to put in the eyes for the bat hat, I was having a hard time placing the eyes to make it so that they looked appropriate. So I actually did the nose and the teeth part first, and then I did the eyes afterwards. I realized once I got to the end of the pattern, that there was actually a instruction on how to add in the nose and like the mouth, because I had such a hard time with this. It turned out really cute, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. But the explanation in the pattern made way more sense than what I did. So what I did was I sewed the nose across first, and then I took the mouth out, which is not what you're supposed to do. So when you are reading the pattern, make sure you do read all the way down. That is one of my things I don't really like about this pattern. I know, because like it's a like an 18 in one pattern, so it is going to be a little, there's going to be stuff in different spots, but this was one of the things that messed me up, and I wish I just had gone down a little bit farther. I thought it was the end of the bat pattern, so I didn't look farther, but when I was looking at something else, I noticed that the mouth and the nose was in a different spot, or it was just down a little bit further, something like that. So I was like, once I saw that, I was like, oh, well, that would have been a lot easier than what I did. But both of them worked out. So I'm happy with the way that it worked out. The teeth are the things that kind of hold down the smile. If you can see. Yeah. So the teeth kind of hold it down, so it creates that like nice swoosh. Um but yeah, the way that it is in the pattern would have been a lot easier. So if you have the pattern, go and check that out. Make sure you look for it, and it is there. Don't do what I did. But anyways, yeah, I'm really happy with with the smile and with the base pattern of the ghost. It's super easy, worked up really quickly. The like little ears are adorable. I'm so happy with how this turned out. This guy is just so freaking adorable. I'm so happy with how he turned out. So I got some glow in the dark eyes, and these eyes glow awesomely. I'll put a picture up here. The eyes glow so bright. I just got them off of AliExpress, and like, yes, would 100% recommend them. If you're curious, I can like drop a link below. Just let us know. But yeah, I love the way like his little glow in the dark eye turned out. So then when it's dark, it really glows bright. And the color that I used is the Premier Parfait Mint. I think it worked out really well because it's a very like it's a very soft green. And then for the bottom, I did modify the little swooshies, and I just like mixed up the stitches. Oh, here we go. I just mixed up the stitches so that it gave it a little bit more of a like kind of a tattered look, because I mean if we're going for like a zombie ghost, I feel like it would be kind of tattered. Then the pattern did call for red stitches. When I showed it to Spider Dad, he was like, the red stitches are weird with the black. But I don't know, I really like the red against the green. I think it really pops, but I also kind of agree with him that the stitches are a little strange in the red, so we'll see how that goes. But like the pattern did call for red stitches, so we'll see. I like it. I think it would look good either way. Like I think it would look good with black stitches, or even if I did like this color stitches would also work, I think, quite well with this. But yeah, his eye just glows so well. But yeah, definitely would recommend this. Then the last crochet pattern that I'm going to quickly chat about today is I made a little zombie loaf cat with missing an ear. He has brains. They're leaking out. Brains. So this one is I think it's their two-tone cat. I'll stick up the name appropriately here. And I used different yarn than the other one. Let me check what it is. Let me read back. There was a color I didn't believe, so I had to triple check it. Put it back. Anyway, the light blue is the Premier Parfait Rain color, and then this, which looks a little bit more blue on my camera, but in real life, the way that I'm looking at it, looks more green. So anyways, but this one is called Petrol Blue. It's from Loops and Threads. Apparently that's a color. Petrol Blue. Weird. Anyways, but I really liked the difference. So normally I don't always like, I try not to mix the different like sizes of yarn, but sometimes I think it works out really well. I like the difference between the texture, like the thickness of the two yarns, like because I feel like it gives it more of a creepy look. I also like switched up the feet in the pattern. It calls for all the feet to be the same color, but I was like, I feel like I need one skinny one to make it more like zombie feeling, like, you know, these pieces are like falling off of them, or at least that's what I was going for. And then again, the eyes are the glow in the dark eyes from AliExpress. I went with a black nose and black whiskers, but I don't know how I feel about it now. Let me know in the comments below if you like the black whiskers, or if you think that I did the butt in the same loops and threads, but maybe I should have done the whiskers in the loops and threads. Let me know what you think. But I love, so instead of doing another ear, I just did a little brain spot. And I'm so happy with how the pink turned out. It's the Premier Parfait. It's their bubblegum pink. I love this pink. It's so bright and vibrant. It's such a good pink. I need to order more of it, but I'm waiting until I need more colors, because like there's only a few colors that I'm missing, and I'm like, I can survive. But I love this pink, so I definitely will be ordering more of it, even though I do have some issues with the Premier. But their colors are just so good. All the time. Anyways, but yeah, so this is the loaf cat pattern, and I just decided that I wanted to make a little zombie. I do need to make some more just regular loaf cats, but I feel like I also needed a zombie. But not a zombie, which I also need to make, but I'll find some time. Maybe. I don't know. The last thing I wanted to quickly chat about before I head out is I've been seeing a lot on social media these things. but they have ones that are like specifically for like popping eyes in. And I was like, I could probably just use one of these to pop the eyes in so that you don't either have to step on on your eyes, which it's not very safe, or like, try to like cram your palm into the like using one of these, which also, if you don't use one of these, like they may make life a lot easier. But what also makes life easier is just sticking it in here and then like squeezing it down. But just be careful. Make sure you have something over the eye, either the yarn itself or like some sort of piece of cloth, so that you're not like gonna scratch up your eye. Like, you just want to make sure. And of course, like, go at it slowly. Don't like give her. But this is a game changer. I love it. And I've been seeing them on social media. Like, they have specific ones where like this end is like taken off and like they look like they're actually manufactured that way. Which I think you can just slide this off. Yeah, so they just have like an actual piece that's on here. I like that I have a variety of different holes, because I think the ones that I've seen just have like one size, where for me, I use a variety of different sizes. So having something like this that has like the different sizes, the really small one I don't, well, I do use when I've used it on my smaller guys. But if you have like some yarn that you're having a hard time getting it through, this works really well. And most crafty people have them, so you don't need to destroy one. You can just like stick your clamp in and go to town. Just don't squish your finger in it. And you'll be good to go. You can get those safety eyes in without damaging your hand. Because I've also seen people that have like smashed the safety eyes like through their hand because they're putting so much weight down on it. Whereas with this, you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I now just keep this close to where I am crocheting if I'm gonna have to stick in some eyes, and I'm like. But on that note, I shall leave you for now. But if you want to continue to watch our videos, check out these ones up here, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye!